What's going on, guys? Look who's back playing Call of Duty. This is a video that I've wanted to make for quite a few days, to be honest. You'll be able to see in the title what it's all about, but basically I've not really seen any videos similar to this yet, but let's just get into it. So whilst I was playing Warzone one day, I kind of realised that like SMGs are quite good in that game, but the only ones that are really good are the MP7 because of its fire rate, so it literally doubles the amount of damage. The MP5 because you can add it. What are the mags called? Let's have a look if I've got a class with that one. No, but we'll figure out what it's called anyway, because why the hell not? There we go, the 10mm auto 30 round mags. That and the Striker are the only real high damage SMGs. So I was like messing around a little bit, and I've come to this solution. So basically, a lot of the assault rifles can be made into SMGs. Now they all obviously would have real life names, but I don't really know what they would be except from this. So I'm going to go through each class and I'm going to explain it a bit more in detail. Right, so actually before we get into it, I just want to say also, so as you can see on this M4 SMG, the ammunition is a 9mm, but don't think that that means you still pick up assault rifle ammo, because you actually don't. It will use SMG ammo instead. But opposed to that, even if you run, because I wouldn't necessarily only run that. Sometimes I do put on the 60 round mags because it's basically a PPSH at that point, like delicioso. It is amazing. So as you can see, the damage is taken down a bit by the ammunition, but it's still higher than the SMGs are. The range is down a little bit, but obviously it's going to be your close combat gun. Now the only problem with this is, so if you're me, I would like to run an M4 with an M4 SMG, just because at the current time they are my favourite assault rifle, mainly because of the iron sights and because it's what I've used since Call of Duty 4. It's my favourite assault rifle of all time. I would rate it better than the Grau, and I don't care what any of these call them what you want, what any of them say about the Grau being the ultimate. I would honestly say they go on about what is it that they love about, oh, the range. I can kill people the same range with an M4 M13. The recoil, M4, yes, it can have recoil, but you can make it set up if you're comfortable with the iron sights to not have barely any. You can literally make the M13 though have no recoil at all. The M13 is probably the most versatile out of all of them. But anyway, let me explain the setup. So for the barrel, we've got the 11.5 Commando, the range of foregrip, because obviously you do lose a bit of range, but you don't want to lose too much, but obviously it increases the amount of control you have. But the 32 round mags on, just because I wanted to show you that you don't necessarily have to run out of assault rifle ammo. You'd have to just, because you can only hold obviously 210 rounds. Granulated grip tape for the aiming stability, and obviously no stock. You don't necessarily have to run no stock. For the M4 you could run any of them and it would still be an SMG. Doesn't really matter. I just prefer no stock because of the mobility. When you're up close and close quarter combat, you want to be able to move around as much and as fast as possible. So the second secret, I feel like Swag with his daft videos about all these secret and mystery weapons and stuff. is the M13 SMG. Now this one, I don't really know why I put the 300 blackout 30 round mags. I think it's just because it looked cool with the red tiger camo. But yeah, like I said about the last one, it's really good, to be honest though, especially in multiplayer, because of the no enemy skulls and no visible traces plus extra damage. That makes it even better as an SMG. But another thing I would run is also the 60 mags still. I would run 60 round mags on any of these SMG assault rifles. So as you can see on this build, we've got the Tempest Mini, we've got the Ranger foregrip, and we've got the granulated grip tape again. You could also swap that for the recoil control, but I haven't. Same again. Well, actually, in my opinion, you could you could use the close quarters stock, the skeleton stock, or like me preferring the no stock for the, like I was saying, the mobility. The next one is obviously the AK-74U, except I did not use the skeleton stock because, as you probably know by now, I much prefer no stock. So as you can tell, it's kind of getting into the rhythm of the shortest barrel, no stock, the grip for, yeah, you kind of get the picture. It's pretty much the same across every assault rifle. The only difference is the mags. So I put the assault rifle, the SMG equivalent ammunition on this one, but I would only really run the 75 round drum mags on this. And now you're probably looking at that and thinking, what about the mobility and the fire rate? But honestly, it destroys it. This is literally the equivalent to the Tommy gun, maybe even better. Like, it's just amazing, trust me. So I'll run through the whole setup. The 8.1 compact barrel, Ranger foregrip, the 5.45 39mm 30 round mags, granulated grip tape, and no stock again. The growl, people love the growl, so I thought I would include it in the video. Obviously it's the same. The ZLO drifter, but this one as well can also be ran. Now obviously it's not a fully short barrel, but it is short enough to still be classed as an SMG. I just have the drifter because I don't know, I just prefer how it looks, to be honest. I have the tack laser on here. Not necessarily you wouldn't have to run tack laser. The only reason I have it on is because I'm using the drifter, which you get foregrip with it. So you could use sleight of hand instead. That would be really good for close combat. You could have an optic on it, you could have a silencer on it. Any of these guns actually, right, I get ahead of myself sometimes. So the barrel is the drifter, got a tack laser, 60 round mags. Like I was saying, for this class though, there is only the option of 50 or the 60 round mags. You can have none if you prefer to be more mobilised, but like, as you know, in Warzone specifically, the more ammo you can have in your round, in your mag, can really save your life. Now, in my opinion, on this build, you could run any of these. Any. It doesn't, honestly, it doesn't. Whichever one you prefer. The Void is kind of a go-to for an SMG build, but as they are already SMGs because they've got no stock short barrels, the mobility is already up. You don't need the aim down sight speed from the grip tape anymore. Again, you could run the strike light or the no stock, whatever you guys prefer. For the last one, which I would recommend using, is the Kilo. Now I don't underrate the Kilo, it's just not my favourite assault rifle. I don't know why. Since I started playing this game it never has, so I didn't really do much for it. Now I haven't unlocked the shorter barrel, as you can see, so I'm having to run it on the Berliner setup. If you already have it, then you probably already know, so you've probably not looked at this video, so that doesn't matter. But I've got the Merc foregrip. If you're running the Kilo, I would suggest using the Ranger foregrip or the Commando foregrip. Same with any of the assault rifle converted to SMGs. I would use the Commando or the Ranger. For this, I've just got the 50 round mags on because, like I said, I never really use this gun. Just like I was saying, whatever you prefer for the ammo, it doesn't really matter. I would kind of prefer to run the standard ammo. Like, you'd probably think, oh, if you run the standard ammo you're going to run out of ammo. That's not necessarily the case, because these builds are for high kill games, and the more kills you get, the more ammo you stack up on. Got granulated grip tape simply because I don't have the others. I would probably have one for recoil control, and no stock, but you could also run ultralight instead. It literally just depends on what you prefer. And in my opinion, those are the only assault rifle to SMG conversions that you should use. So take the Odin for example, you cannot do this with at all. You can make it have similar attributes, but I wouldn't even recommend using it then at that point, because that's not what the Odin is about. The Odin is meant to be anti-aircraft, honestly, anti-tank. It's amazing, that gun, to be honest. It's so underrated. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys. The camera decided it wanted to go for a little... Right. So, now, as I've been... Oh. Turns out I've not played for a little bit. I've already got the app. Why have I not got the... I should already have this watch, because I already have the app. It's already linked as well. But, yeah, as you can see, I've not actually played since the update, apparently. It's funny though, because I was on yesterday. I don't know what's going on. But, right. I need to stop waffling crap, don't I? Now, you would probably like to see these in use in Warzone, but because of the amount of weapons that I'm showing you, it would take a long time to make this video. I would have to go through, what, about 6 games of Warzone to show you each one, when I could show you it in a shorter video that you're easier to watch for you guys. The majority of my videos are long videos, but I would prefer this one to be shorter and more to the point, as I am with most of my Call of Duty videos. So, 3 days until Season 4, I'm going to throw in a couple of spoilers. The dam's going to break. The dam is going to break. The ice will melt, the dam will break. What else can I say? There is a new map coming, but it's not going to be this season. Everyone's hoping that Urzikstan's coming this season because of the nukes and all this, that and the other. The nukes are going to blow up the bridge on the dam. It's not going to destroy the map. There's one nuke. One. The size of the map is ginormous. Do you really think that one nuke would destroy the whole map in a game of Call of Duty? But yeah, we'll start with the M4 SMG. I'm not really actually in the zone for COD right now, because I've literally just got straight out of an episode of Minecraft. It's kind of messing my eyes up a bit. But yeah, you can see, Slays. Amazing build. Heal. This is, I've not got it set up properly, because most of these are for, most of my classes normally use them for, is this core? I never play core, why does it put me in core? But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to change the gun every time I die. That was shocking effort. What was that? Come on, Gary. Yeah, I didn't change the gun that time I died because I was absolutely fuming. That was an absolute shocking way to die. Now, as you can see, this isn't... I am not fully concentrating with this. What the hell? Oh. See, the AK, it is a bit slower than the others, but it's still... What the frick am I doing, man? It is still worth... It is still worth a go with. It is a good gun. Maybe I would suggest removing the Ranger. That would make it faster, obviously. But as you can see, look at the mobility and the aim down, sight speed, all that is. So honestly, I don't know why more people don't use this. As you already know, the Grau isn't my favourite gun. Because it doesn't do as much damage per second as the other assault rifles would. It is still a good gun, but wow. Wow, shocking. I need to play a bit more Call of Duty. I think I've not played properly in like a week now, honestly. I think I explained it in the Minecraft episode 1 or 2. Pardon me, it's just got a bit stale. It's just the same crap over and over again. Yeah, I'll go back through the builds just so you can compare them easier. So obviously this one's the M4. That shouldn't have happened, I don't know what I was doing there. Don't count that as a kill. That was just a bad habit. So that was the M4. This is the M13. Don't mistake it for the Kilo. It does look similar. The iron sights is what makes it look so similar, but if you notice on the Kilo, the bottom of the iron sight is slightly slimmer, which makes it, in my opinion, a little bit more accurate because there's not as much in your field of view. Oh, he's already dead. Didn't look like he was still alive. There is someone there. Oh no, there isn't. So yeah, that was the M13. This again is the AK, which I would actually... You know, you can just try it out, try and test it yourself. You don't have to take my exact advice on them, but I'm just making this video so you're all aware that this is a possibility. Oh, I really need to load. Damn. The Grau, I would say, is probably the fastest, but do you see, it is the damage per second. It does... the attributes of the weapon say that it has the exact same damage as the M4 and the M13, but in my opinion it doesn't. The damage per second is just shocking for the Grau. Oh, you little rat. Wow! Oh my word! What did I just run into? No, no, no! Yeah, as you can see, they're amazing. Especially, so it's like, either run it as your SMG in Warzone, or just do this, just use them on smaller maps. You know, they're really good, really good. But I don't think I explained it, but I don't think I explained it properly. So in Warzone, in any game, if you have M4, well, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have the assault rifle as your primary, and you want to use the same assault rifle as your secondary, you have to get 2 loadouts. You cannot have 2 of the same gun on the same class using overkill. It doesn't work. Saying that, if you wanted to run the Grau with the M4 as your SMG build, you can do that. If you want to use, basically, just the base weapon has to be different for you to be able to use 2 of the same. Obviously the majority of people get 2 loadouts in Warzone anyway, so you'll probably end up doing that without realising. These guys are playing like bots. Like, I know I'm dying a lot, but like sometimes they're not even. See what I mean? It looks like they're not paying attention. And I've literally come straight out of recording like 2 or 3 episodes of Minecraft. To be fair, one of them does have 44 kills and I only have 37. Right, so I'm going to switch back to my personal favourite. I would say it is on par with the M4. Now I would say maybe it's slightly better because there is a little bit less recoil. Like if you notice, like they're still accurate for an SMG build, but the M4 is slightly jumpy. Oh crap! I don't want that shit. The M4 is slightly jumpier than this weapon. That was a complete mess. Honestly, I rate these more than, like, you see that gun on the ground, then the Bison. Honestly, I rate these guns more than I would rate a gun like that. The Bison, the AUG, pretty much any SMG that isn't the MP5, MP7 or P90, I would rate these better than. Like, if you disagree, that's just fair enough, it's your opinion. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think of these builds in the comments below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.